Namaste everyone. Welcome to the online classes. We have started the first prose, that is the heavenly parasol. What is parasol? Here you can see in this picture that the image of parasol. What is a parasol? Why is it used? And where is it used? Parasol is a light umbrella. Why is it used? It is used to give shade from the sun. And where is it used? It is used on the seashores, marketplaces, in processions, while carrying the deity of gods and goddess. The heavenly parasol, the story is about King the Meghavahana and his kindness and nobility. When the princess of Pragajyotisha, who is princess and what was her name? Her name is Amrita Prabha. When she attained the age of marriage, her father arranged the Swayamvara. There, so many suitors were appeared to marry Amrit Prabha because she was very beautiful. All they attracted by her beauty, and there in that Swayamvara, the Meghavahana was also came. She will select the Meghavahana among all the suitors as her king, and they both get married. When they both moved towards the king, his blessings, that time priest cried out in surprise that the parasol of Varuna god spread out the shadow over the prince, and the king also agreed to the priest's word and supported. That time Meghavahana surprised, and he was wondering at the meaning of these words. Then all of a sudden he saw a beautiful parasol and it casting its shadow over him. Then the king explained to him that this is the parasol of god Varuna, who is god of the sky and the seas. He said it will cast its shadow only on supreme people. Now Meghavahana was confused. He started thinking that it is the sign for his good luck. Then they both, Meghavahana and Amrutprabha, went back to the Kashmir with the parasol. Upon his return, all the ministers of Kashmir approached him to become the king of Kashmir because they all were dissatisfied with his present ruler. After hearing the complaints, after hearing the problems of the kingdom and complaints of minister, he agreed to become the prince of Kashmir. Then soon he announced that officially a law against the killing of living beings, and he passed the rule that no one should kill any living beings in his kingdom. Then he decided to defeat other kingdoms and impose the same rule on other kingdoms also. His journey to conquer other kingdoms, he started a journey with his huge army, and he said to them to take rest near the palm groves. He also sat there, and he was planning how to conquer the Sri Lanka, and he was worried how to cross these huge waters. All of a sudden he heard. What he heard? He heard a very painful sound of something. The sound is like, even under Meghavahana's rule, I have been slain. Kill violently. V1, V2, V3 form of slain is, base form is slay, slave, slain. After hearing these painful words, he became disturbed and he ran towards the forest. Next, what happened? Let's see in the next paragraph. 12th para. In his agitation, The king did not wait to summon his officers, but ran towards the wood. Plunging through the undergrowth, he fought his way till he came to a clearing. There before him was a temple of Chandika, that is Durga, with some sort of human sacrifice in progress on the steps. A man lay on the ground, his arms raised for mercy, and a menacing looking barbarian stood over him, brandishing his sword. The meaning of this para is in his agitation. The meaning of agitation is disturbed mind. Talamalagolu. The king did not wait to summon his officers but ran towards the wood. Summon meaning urgently call someone to be present. In his agitation means after hearing the painful sound of stranger one, he got disturbed. But he did not wait to order his officers. Summon meaning urgently call someone to be present. He did not wait for giving orders to the officers. He ran himself towards the forest because he was disturbed and thinking of from where this voice is coming. Plunging through the undergrowth, he fought his way till he came to clearing. There before him was a temple. Plunging through the undergrowth, he was making way for himself. Plunging meaning dive quickly or energetically. Undergrowth is a dense forest of shrubs and other plants, especially under trees in woodland. He ran himself towards the forest, plunging to the undergrowth. He was making way through the dense forest and he kept on moving. He fought until he came to the clear place. There, a surprise scene was going before him. Before him was a temple. One surprise scene was going, and there was a temple. Temple of Chandika means Durga, with some sort of human sacrifice in progress on steps. Chandika is other name for goddess Durga. There was some human sacrifice was going on. He could see the scenery of these things over there. One strange, one surprise scene was going. What? In front of the temple. There was some human sacrifice was going on. He could see that scene. A man lay on the ground, his arms raised for mercy, and a menacing looking barbarian stood over him, brandishing his sword. One man was lying on the ground, and his hands were raised up for mercy. Meaning of that is, please forgive me. That was all about. That was the thought of that man. He raised his arms for mercy. And menacing means threatening. With a threatened look, the barbarian stood over him, brandishing his sword. Menacing means very terrifying looking barbarian. Barbarian is primitive coarse or cruel human being, a nagarika, and standing upon that particular person who raised his hand for mercy, brandishing his sword. Brandishing meaning to display or showing a very lethal sword. Although the meaning of this is he was upset when he heard the cry, and he ran towards the forest to see who have been killing violently in his kingdom, even under his rule. We all know that he made a rule What rule he made? That no one should kill any living being in his kingdom, in his rule. At last he reached the Durga temple. There one very bad thing was going. He saw some kind of human sacrifice was going there. A man was lying on the steps of temple and he was badly afraid and crying, seeking for kindness, and he saw another person holding sword in his hand. He was a barbarian. 13th paragraph. Stop, cried the king, shocked at the sight. You wretch, you dare threaten another's life in my realm. The barbarian dropped his sword in terror and fell on his knees before the king. O noble, O noble one, have mercy. I am the leader of a troop of barbarians that live in this wood. My little son has fallen prey to some disease and is on his deathbed. If I kill this man, the gods will be pleased and save my son's life. If you prevent this sacrifice, my son dies, and the rest of my troop will give up their lives with him. Meaning of this paragraph is: Stop, cried the king, shocked at the sight. You wretch, you dare threaten another's life in my realm. In this paragraph, the king is asking to stop the sacrifice of human being to the goddess, to the Durga. The king cried out, Stop, by seeing that wave. Sight means seeing अथवा दृश्य. You wretch, that is unhappy person. ಪಾಪಿ ಅಥವಾ ನತದೃಷ್ಟ. ನೀನು ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಹತ್ಯೆಗೆಯುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ರಾಜ ಅಬಾರ್ಬರಿಯನ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. The barbarian dropped his sword in terror and fell on his knees before the king. O noble one, have mercy. I am the leader of a troop of barbarians that live in this wood. By seeing this, Meghvahana got angry. He started scolding. The barbarian and asked him, How dare you are killing a human being in my realm? You know that I made a rule. What rule he made? That no one should kill living beings in my kingdom. And the barbarian came to know after hearing these words, he must be a king. And that time barbarian threw his sword and fell on king's feet. Then he explained that, and he started crying and saying, O honest king, O noble one, O king, show kindness on me, show mercy on me. I am the leader of barbarian. I am the leader of this troop of barbarians that live in this forest. And he explained why this sacrifice is taking place, the reason behind this human sacrifice. He explained that has fallen prey to some disease and is on his deathbed. If I kill this man, the gods will be pleased and save my son's life. As the barbarian's son is about to die due to some disease, they were pleasing the gods to save him. The reason behind this sacrifice is because the barbarian's son is about to die. Due to some disease, they were pleasing the gods to save his life of barbarian's son by giving this sacrifice. He was explained to the king that his son was in serious condition. If I kill this man, the god Durga will please, then she save my son's life, then she will save his son's life. If you prevent this sacrifice, my son dies, and the rest of my troop will give up their lives with him. If you stop this sacrifice, my son will die. With him, my group people will also die. If this sacrifice is not done, all other members of my troop, along with my son, they will also die. They are also They were also ready to die. Now let's see what the king will do. The king glanced towards a bundle on the temple porch and presumed to be sacrificed boy. His heart was torn with confusion and compassion. The king glanced means take a look. Glanced means take a look. Porch means a covered shelter. Presume, be arrogant. And compassion is willing to help others. Sacrifice is tyaga. Glance means take a look. Take a look. Porch, that is meaning of porch is a covered shelter. That time the king saw quickly at the steps of the temple. There he saw a man. He is requesting him to save his life. Seeing this, the king was puzzled. He was confused and feeling bad for that person. And king saw that over the entrance of the temple, he saw a bundle and he presumed to be sacrificed. He presumed to be sacrificed boy. By seeing this scenery, he was feeling very low. He was feeling very bad. He was confused. He was pitying on the boy. 15th paragraph. This man whom you desire to protect, continued the barbarian, was wandering about alone and friendless in the forest. Is he of more value to you than this child, with whom many persons are connected? This man whom you desire to protect, continued the barbarian. Barbarian is asking to the king, this man to whom you want to save, to whom you want to protect. He asked, who is more important to you? Why you want to save this man? And who is more important to you? This man is was wandering about alone and friendless in the forest. Is he of more value to you than this child, with whom many persons are connected? Why are you saving the victim? The barbarian asked. He is alone. He has no family and also no friends. But with my son, so many people are connected. He questioned to the Meghavahana. The victim is alone. He has no family and no friends. But along with my son, there are so many people are connected. And they are also ready to give their lives along with the son of barbarian. The victim sat crying on the ground, a look of terror on his face. Tears fell from the barbarian's eyes. Sir, tell me what to do. He cried. I cannot see my son suffer this way. Here, by requesting the king, barbarian sat crying on the ground, and his tears started rolling down. He requested to the king to please suggest him any way to come out of this situation, because he could not see his son is suffering in this way. And the victim has fears on his face, and the barbarian was crying, and he is requesting to what to do, and he can't see his son is suffering. How to come out of this situation? The barbarian is asking to the king. The king spoke firmly. Do not be distressed. I will save your son as well as this victim. I offer my body in sacrifice to Chandika. Kill me, O barbarian. May these two persons live. Listening to the barbarian's words, king started speaking firmly because he was angry and said, do not be upset. I am there and I offer my body to the Durga, and I shall save your son as well as the victim. I will save both of you, said the king. The barbarian struggling between incredulity and fear. Took a step backwards. Sir, you are the king. Your life should be protected at all times. Do not pity this victim. Let him die. His life is of no significance. Pity means sympathy. Significance is important. After hearing the after hearing the king's word, Barbarian was feeling bad and said, "Your life is should not be put in danger state. It has to be safe. The victim's life is no use, no important. He could die because he is alone, and king's life is more important than that victim because it is important for the citizens." When the king said he will offer his body to save his son and victim, that time Barbarian is confused between the disbelief and fear. And he said, "Your life is more important than the victim, and your life is more important to the kingdom." By listening these words, what the king will say, see in 19 para. The king shook his head impatiently. "If I can use my body to stop a killing, why should I not? Do not speak another word. Kill me." After hearing the barbarian's word, he became very angry. He told to the barbarian, "If I can use my body to stop killing, why not I?" And angrily said, "Don't talk anything. Come and kill me. You just obey my order." "Just kill me," said the king. 20th paragraph. The barbarian hung his head and made no move to take his sword. The barbarian looked down. Neither he moved and not he took his sword to kill the king. Now I hope, children, till here you people understood. Remaining part of the lesson we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.